Starting to pick back up on this Chevy where we left off. It's a new day. See, we got our torque converter bolts laying here, so we're gonna go in there and get the torque converter bolts on. Get our starter stuff back up in there, wires running around, button everything up underneath, get those skid plates back on that were on left in the back of the truck, and then we'll go back up top. We're gonna hear this thing run today. All right, let's see. So I put a little Loctite on these bell housing bolts, and like I mentioned in the Pontiac video, don't just go tightening them right down. You gotta take and put in one, and then you gotta leave that loose, because if you just went and just tighten that down in the hole, your dex hole might not line up perfectly. Go ahead and rotate the engine in. So we'll roll this over. I'll get all these started. If Hannah can learn how to operate a ratchet here. And then what we'll do is then we'll go through and tighten them down after we get them all in. Get it? Yeah?
I got it.
Okay. Alright, so we've got that done. I think we can move along. We'll pull our wiring harness up through here and grab our starter and get that put in. Got our harness all fished around there. We'll work on getting the starter put back up in. Hannah, will you grab an 8mm deep on a 1/4 inch drive ratchet and a 13 deep. So we'll get our wires put back on our starter here. Then we're gonna have to get this fished up in there, or it's kind of a pain getting it fished out. These are a little snug going up in. We got our wires back on our oil level sensor. Got the wires on the crank sensor there. So you gotta do that before you put the starter in.
You want a bigger one?
No, that'll be fine. Just throw the 8mm on there first, would you? And then, what was I gonna say? Oh, we've got to put the wiring clips back in, or the wiring harness back in the clips on, or near where the transmission line's bolted in. On that little bracket there, there's 2 gray wiring harness clips. So I'll finish that and get this fished up in there. It's kind of difficult recording some of this underneath stuff, to be honest with you. It's pretty snug, and like where I need to be is the same spot that you would need to be in order to see, so don't be disappointed. Don't forget that plastic piece that goes in front of the starter. Once you get your starter up there, you've got this little plastic piece here that's got to go in. Remember, there's also one on the driver's side of the block too, just that blank one. So put both of those in with the little bolts here. Take a 10mm wrench. So here's where we're at underneath. I took and stuck the wiring harness back onto the front of the oil pan. I just had that one bolt in the side. Remember, it slid on that peg, and fed that around. And then we had that ground wire up there, that one that was covered with a foil, and then the other ground wire, the little one for the harness, that just bolted to the side of the block right by that engine mount. So that's on. Got those wires that fished along the side there. A couple of them went up to the AC compressor, one for the pressure switch and one for the clutch. What else did we have? Where did we leave off? Oh, we put those wiring harness clips back on there. That ran up to the starter. Starter's in. Got the little black plastic pieces on there. And same thing over here. Got that one on over there. I think we are done underneath. I don't think there's anything else left to do. Of course, we got the skid plate laying down there and that skid plate there. Probably the best bet is to leave those off for right now. Simply because once we start this up, we can see if it's, peeing all over or anything like that. So let's go top and get silly. Grab a pair of cutters here. So we can begin pretty much anywheres up here, I guess. We'll start laying our wiring harness over. Get that back where it needs to be. Things kind of rough together. See what needs to go on first. There's those. That. This way here we don't do something in the wrong order. hopefully, we're gonna do something in the wrong order. You can count on that. But hopefully we can prevent a lot of it. How's that? Let's see. Should go to the Underwood Creeper, I guess. Make it work without it. So we had this wiring harness that went behind the power steering pulley, or not behind the power steering pulley, but on the power steering system. So we've got to get that situated. I think what I'll do, just stand right on this cross member, sit on the course board, just like in the old days when I was a kid. Not really. A lot of people mention that though. They, remember working on their cars when you could sit under the hood and all that jazz. What do we got? What's that? Just pop straight back out. Oh, it's broken as well. That'll hold that for us. We had this little maze here. We're gonna need a 10mm on that cordless impact unit. Deep, please. I'll get these fished around. Like they sat in there just like so. And then we had that plate that went up on top here. And these 3 holes. Thank you. So once we start laying things around here, we'll figure out where they go, how they go. Who's on first? We got our map sensor connector. There we got our knock sensor connector. This is going to run to our coils. Let's see what's going on. Yep. Got our injector harness there, so that looks good like that. Let's see. That's a ground wire. There we go, ground wire here. Rough it in. Coils, injectors. This should be all our throttle body stuff here. Throttle body. What do we got? Throttle body. Yeah, it's going to be TPS. Vital air control valve. We got our purge solenoid. What do we have there? Something else. Some mystery connectors. Our brake booster hose back up. We get that plugged in, so we gotta worry about hurting that. Our PCB, we get that back on. So I think I'm gonna continue on with this here and hooking some of this stuff up. Throw our power steering back on. It won't be long, we'll be hitting the button to see if this thing works. Get our injectors plugged in. Push the locks back down so they don't mysteriously just fly off while you're driving down the road. Let's see, where's our, you got our coil pack right there, yeah? So we'll take our coils. We're going to need a little flathead screwdriver off the magnet bar there too. Stick these back on. Oh yeah, we still got to bolt the engine in. That would probably be helpful, right? Before we get super far. We'll put our engine mount bolts back in. I think we can get to those just about any time, actually. Not too big a deal. Come with me. It's pretty snug. those are in. Give me that hose bracket again. Take it, we'll hook our wires back up here real quick. These kind of stuffed out of our way. Oh, where was it? Here? Alright, was it? Had to have been there. It's the only place that looks good. Does that look good? That's what we're going with. You remember where it was?
Nope.
You don't have a clue?
Nope.
Then it's right. Yep, and then our hoses. Yeah, that's right. They'll come later on like that. Perfect. Alright, well I'm going to finish fishing this back around the back of the block now that I got the coils in my way to make it a little more difficult. Add to the challenge. I'll get this fish around, get that bolted in, and then we'll come over on the driver's side and do some stuff over there. We'll take our ground wire. I'm not sure, yeah, we'll just stick it on this side of the cables. For now, I won't take it down just in case I got it in the wrong spot. Let's see, we've got our harness there. I think what we'll do is we'll take our brake booster before we get too far. Slide that in. That's just got a quick connect, little coupler. So these just simply push into the intake. That's it. It's kind of like a, like a shark bite fitting for plumbing, or like some of the quick disconnects they use on the tractor trailers, or the airline fittings. So slide that in. This is going to kind of sit in there. Make sure I got things going the right direction here. So it'll sit like that. So I guess we can stick our PCV down in there, see how that fits. That's not my belt here. Up on the intake. All right. This time, bolt it down. Oh, you know what? I just noticed that if we broke the map sensor ears, I didn't realize it, but this bracket here sits right smack on top of the map sensor. So I suppose if, for whatever reason, if those ears did break, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, I definitely would lose sleep over something like that. I hate, accidentally doing something. Actually, I probably would replace the intake. I don't know. I'm just glad we didn't break them, but in the event that you do, this piece actually holds that. It's pushed straight down on that map sensor. So that's good. That's another little default strategy. Let's see, Hannah's in the office. Let's see, I get my own tools. I think it's a 10mm. Oh! Yeah, careful where you sit up here. That hood latch might hit you right in the tender spot. Look at that. Well, that's good. This little clip on this, what we got here, cruise control, it's broke. What are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. There, we got them clipped in. Yeehaw. Why does it seem like it's on such a little hoopty-doo? What do we need to put? Wasn't there something funky? Didn't we have to do something like twist and tweak and snake this through? I know in the end this ended up like this, and these two lines down here went into that power steering bracket on the front of the pump. But I thought we had to do something with some funk. So I'll get down, we'll grab the power steering, we'll see how to put that circuits together, and we'll be good to go. I think real quick before I get down, to save the legs, I think we'll just take and hook these coolant pads up. So we've got this one, get them looped around. We've also got our AC sitting here, so we'll probably do that first. I'll clean the ends of our lines off here. Ooh, that's good, and low pressure. We'll just reuse the gaskets that we had on there. I don't think we had any issues before. We'll just hose them off. Hannah, why don't you hand me a can of the good stuff?
This good stuff?
Do you know anything any better, Hannah?
Nope.
The good stuff. You're learning, Hannah. So we'll take and just clean them off. I'm sure they'll be okay. They were okay when it came in. Besides, we're spraying it with brake clean. Brake clean only makes things better. They're all clean. Oh, yeehaw! There goes that one. Did you see where that little blue thing went flying, Hannah? You need to save those. Those are special ones. Did you find it?
Nope.
Can't find it? That's okay. I'm sure we'll come across it. It shot out of here like a rocket, so.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle? That's where things always fall. You know that? You're probably starting to learn that at this point, aren't you?
In the middle.
If you drop something, it falls in the middle of the car. Here's these ones. Figure we might better hit these motor mounts over up here too. Let the passenger side go over and zip in the driver's side. We need something a little different. A little game over here we're playing that's called Don't Touch the Brake Line. Or a little crusty. Get a little longer extension on that one. See if we can get in here. Alright, all the motor mounts are done. So we took a vote. We're actually at a point where we can start this thing before we even put the power steering or any of that business on. I don't know about you guys, but I want to know if it runs. You want to know if it runs? Mm-hmm. Hannah wants to know if it runs. We all want to know. Plus, once we get it running, nobody's going to watch the rest of the video, I'm afraid. We'll find out. But we might better just take the time right now and see if it even runs. Set that on there. Set that on there. That's on good enough, right? Alright, that's happy. Make sure our alternator, our battery deposit for that isn't going to touch anything. Make an explosion. This old jump pack is in dire need of a new battery. So we'll see if this works. Just turn the key on, Hannah. Oh, I heard it get fuel pressure. Roll your window down. Alright, shut the key off. Key's off. Is it in park?
No.
Okay, throw it in park. Okay, turn your key on. Alright, well I hear fuel going through the rail. You see the oil pressure gauge?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start it. If that gauge doesn't come up in like 10 seconds, shut it off. Or if I scream, if I'm like, whoa! Alright, you guys ready? Everybody says they're ready, Hannah. Crank it over. That's it. Show's over. Thanks for watching. All right, Hannah, let's do it to it one more time here. Let's see. You said we had good oil pressure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead and just start it one more time here. Fantastic. Well, there, that was exciting, huh? I feel like we wasted a bunch of hours. I just set that in the blue cart there. Didn't sound too bad for the few seconds that we were in it there. This one had oil pressure, the other one didn't, so well, now we know the gauge isn't the problem, right? Actually, we go plug that back in. Actually, I checked the gauge before we changed the engine. Plus, the other engine was knocking, you know. Come on. So that's where we're at. I got to quit working on this at noon. We got to put a gooseneck in the back of a dually out there, which is going to take a couple hours, probably 2-3 hours. And we're about 11:45 right now, so we can work on it for a little bit longer. But at least we know it runs. That's good. Of course, we haven't warmed it up yet, and then that's when things can go south. But I have no doubt in my mind that we're in good shape. You know, at this point, it didn't even blow any smoke. It didn't have a hose hooked to it. Smells good. We got the aroma going on in here now. So we can take probably the best bet. Take our battery. Unhook that, safety third. We'll pull this right up and out of this joint. Maybe I'll just throw the charger on it while it's right here. See if we can't get a little charge on this battery. I don't know what the story is with it. Like I said, it's an AC Delco battery, but man, I can't believe it's an original. This thing's an 02. I mean, their batteries are good. They ain't that good. Not in our climate anyways. But I don't know, I guess, you know, like Florida's tougher on batteries than New York. Heat and vibration, you know, but we get the cold, which isn't really tough on batteries. Not like heat. Alright guys, so I've got the hitch job all done. It took about 45 minutes longer than expected. I didn't realize it had a bed liner in it, so always makes a little tougher. We're gonna pull out, I gotta cut the bed liner and all that business, but pretty easy hitches to install. I don't know what this has to do with the engine video, but we got that in. This big old honky tonk Ford. And we got his electrical plug-in hidden up in the box there for him. Guy's going to get a horse trailer. Absolutely had to have it done today. So that took priority over the engine job, but it's in. He's happy. I'm happy. You're happy. Now we can get back to the engine. One of those days, you just want to choke somebody, but it's one of those days where the, you know, assumed 2-hour job ends up taking 3 hours, 3.5 hours, whatever. But we left off somewhere. It's past 5 o'clock and the phone still rings. South Main Auto. All right. Whew. Anyhow, hopefully that's the last phone call of the day. It's almost 6 o'clock, so I ended up staying after a little bit. Gotta get this thing done. Man, the hitch job took a little longer than normal, and the whole parking lot is full. I'm not complaining, but I don't think a single one of them have an appointment. It's all just stuff breaking down and getting dropped off, towed in, and all that. So we gotta get busy. We gotta get this thing out of here and get it freed up a lift here, because we gotta get cranking tomorrow. We got a ton of stuff to do. I don't know if I got any meat. Yeah, just pretty much run of the mill stuff. Got transmission out there to change, and oh gosh, wheel bearings, and just regular run of the mill stuff. No starts, but battery's charged. That's where we left off. I had the battery on there. We put that on nuclear. We toasted that little guy. The AC is full. We pulled a vacuum out. I got the AC machine sitting right over here. Filled her up with 1.8 pounds. And I think this is where we left off. We started it, right? So we heard it run, so everybody's happy. So probably nobody's watching at this point, now that we know it runs. But we don't know if it runs well. So we're just gonna grab the rest of the stuff. I have no idea how I'm gonna put the hood back on it tonight by myself, because I think the guy would like to have it back, I'm assuming. So anyhow, enough talking. I think we have to put the power steering pump up first, don't we? That's right, we do. This is where we had to get fancy with it, because we got this one bolt here, right? Disagree with me at this point. So we got this bolt here, and then we had to do something fancy footwork with the power steering business here or something. I don't even know. I just make this stuff up at this point in my day. Alright, I think we're... Can you guys even see anything? Alright, so we'll stick that bolt in there. We won't tighten that down, because then that will dictate where all the other bolts go. So we'll leave that a little bit loosey-goosey. What do we got here? We got this bracket on the front of the power steering pump. Okay, right, that was our wire retaining device. I think this went up here somewhere. Imagine. Everything's all schwapped around. What was it? Yeah, baby. How did that work? That's ridiculous. It was like that. That probably went in there. Has this got any kind of beauty marks on it where it was? It does. It was right about there. According to the mark. What's this? That's some kind of pressure switch or something. I don't even know. Was it used? We'll stick it back there and pretend we didn't see it. Got that. It was there. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's a matter of opinion, but... Wires are loose. There is another wire clip back here. I see the marks where it was on this harness. So I'll stick that one back, click that together. Now it's clicked together. Still got this mystery connector that goes on the coolant sensor, like I said. There's that one. All right, wham, bam. Oh man, this thing's heavy. What do we got? How many bolts? 4, so. Then we have like a hidden one that we couldn't find when we were taking it apart or something. It's hiding right in plain sight if I remember right. These go into aluminum. We don't even have to have them straight. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty right there. Gorgeous. We had that. Look at that. We left our bolt right in there. Everybody can see what we're doing. Alright, we got everything torqued. 2, 3, 4. Good. Be nice now. Before we forget, we'll get that last only cylinder there on that power steering pump. There we go. I think that is it for that little guy. So now we have the daunting task of putting the pulley back on. That can always be a charm. And let's get a thread chaser. We'll zip in and out of the. We'll zip in and out of this. Unless I just need to put some lube on it. That usually helps slip it in. Ah, she's all dusty in there. That's the problem. There's your problem, lady. Let's see. See if this helps. I just gotta work it. There we go. Problem solved. So stick our pulley on there. See if we can get the rest of this stuff to get her all pressed together here. How close are we? A ways to go yet. Gotta be close right there, ain't we? Nope, ways to go yet. Gotta be close right there, right? Third time's a charm, ain't it? Just a smidge, just a whisker. Oh, that was a blonde whisker right there. Perfect. Didn't we already bust this out once in the video? Well, you know what I say, you can never have too much brake cleaner. We want to get all our trash off these pulleys. Well, at least the oil and stuff. Make sure they're good and clean. We'll go slapping our new belt on there. We got him a new belt, because remember when we took it apart, the thing was totally wasted. Well, it wasn't really wasted, it was the original belt. It's looking pretty cruddy. So here's our new belt. Get our letters facing the right direction here. Anybody remember how this thing goes? We'll take a guess the first go around, and if we get it wrong, we'll look it up. But always give it a try or two first. That way it'll stick in your little memory bank. I think we got it. Oh, wrong way. Always go the wrong way. Using the wrong hand, going the wrong direction. And all the pulleys. Alright, I think we're in good shape. So we got this little hose hiding out over here. We're going to put in the coolant in it. We have to hook that up. The way this is supposed to lay. It's kind of all Funkmaster Flex on us now. Let's see. It's probably something like that. Looks good. I don't know why it's got the big hoop-de-doo in here, but I'm sure we'll figure it out if it needs to be somewhere specific. But for the time being, we'll just put it right where it is. Ah, crap. One of the locking clips, there we go. And that looks pretty good. Oh, let's see, now we grab our fan shroud. We can slip that baby down in here. Because I think we're done with everything we need to do. We'll throw our fan on, up a radiator hose, and we're good. It's got a couple of tabs it sits on right on the radiator. That's as simple as that. Let me grab the fan. I think that's right here on the floor. Spin that up. Grab the tools, I'll knock that tight. Upper shroud. Get excited. Okay. Oh, feels so good. Yes, it hit the floor. Yeehaw, baby. Where is it? Oh my gosh, it's way under. Oh, I see that blue, our little blue clip is still under there. Hannah dropped. Did she drop it? Well, I think I dropped it, actually. I think about it. So put this little guy in. These lined up. Clicked in. This only had a couple bolts, some plastic stuff. See, we closed that drain cock on that radiator. Just wanted to make sure. I didn't fill it up and have it clean all over. At least not in that, you know. We don't need that drama in this place. Look at that. Okay, so that's where this little hose goes. Right up there. I swear I can get more stuff done between the hours of 6 and midnight than I can all day working, you know, during the day. It's kind of pathetic, but that's just how the cookie crumbles in this place. Wrong way. And I guess we have this. A little bit of crusties from the old, a little crusty around the hole. Just wipe it off, it'll be good. And we've got this little hose holder, which holds the upper radiator hose and the little hose that goes to the throttle body to keep it toasty so it doesn't get the shivers. Man, did we unhook this? Oops, man, that must have been feeling good. Get that down. That one's lined up. That one's all lined up. And this air tool action. There's that. Wham bambino, baby. Now all we gotta do is put the Vortec into the Vortec. There she is. Let's see. The hood, that's what's missing. But before we do that, we'll hook up our battery. We'll check our oil. Put 6 quarts in it. Should be good. Hopefully this battery took a charge. We had her cooking on 20 amp charge there for a couple hours. Red cap down here, put that on. Who ever puts these back up? Okay, that's well, that's just blew a sweet move right there. There, try that again. Alright, let's see. What we got? Rag. Check the transmission oil too once we get it up and running. There we are, we're all the way up to the 4th hole or so. Nice and clean. clean and slippery. Alright, that's it. Let's see if this battery is any good before we get much further. What we got? Oh, yeah, that scared me. I shut it off. All the dust in the old radiator. How did this headlight work? What did this headlight work earlier? I got no high beams at all. Ah, great. This thing's some kind of freaking electrical mess. I got no headlights. No high beams. Got one headlight over here that works. Hopefully it's got a bunch of blown bulbs or something. We never turned the key on with the battery charger, so it's not like we, super nuked it. Plus the cables were unhooked. What am I talking about? Coming up with an excuse already. I could have swore we had both headlights from there. What the heck would have changed with the headlights? So we'll take it. We'll fill it up with some coolant here. This is just straight right now, straight coolant. This deck's cool. So I'll dump a gallon of straight in there, we'll dump a gallon of water, because I know it'll hold at least all of that. And then we'll mix up the rest. Something funky in the headlight switch. I fiddled with the switch and now both high beams are on, so who knows. Well, it sounds really good. Nothing peeing out the bottom, so that's even better. When I'm sick, I'm gonna go grab the training food. Oh, we got it on the stick when it's not running, so we gotta be pretty close. So I'll just throw a cord in it, start up, zip it through the guy. I don't know if this transmission's any good in this thing. Like I said, I never drove a truck. Started up, drove it in the shop, and that was as far as it went. Of course, motors run like crap, knocking like crazy, and, no oil, but super loud. So we got no idea really anything about this truck. It's not even, it doesn't have license plates on it, so we can't even take it for a drive, unfortunately. So, here's what it is, I guess. Hopefully it's all good. I don't know if he's going to bring some license plates when he picks it up, or just drive it home with no tags, or what the story is, but we'll fire it back up here. or anything. Probably ought to kick the AC out, make sure that works. I think I heard it. Yep, pressure's running. Yep, she's hot, she's cold. It's like Katy Perry, baby. I guess that's it. I'm gonna let it warm up for a while. When I hit full temperature, of course, burn all the smoke off. You know, from where we already got, you know, spraying everything. Got transmission fluid all over stuff when I was changing the lines. Crap like that. So, of course, the AC oil, when we had the little, you know, mini explosion, we'll call it over here. Yeah, that's it. I'll kick it back on. I'm going to pop that headlight out, see if that's just a blown bomb. Hopefully that's all it is. I remember he had some kind of Mickey Mouse thing behind this headlight. But I did have this out when I took and I had the grill off it. I remember seeing something behind here. Yeah, I see he's got some, I like to call it extra wiring. Which bulb is it here? It's this outer one. Take and unplug it. Quick visual inspection. Hopefully. I don't know. That look good to you? Looks pretty dang good to me. That'll fit in this socket temporarily. Well, guess we better grab the old scope on the rope. I don't know what this little box is down here. Maybe that's factory, I don't think so. This thing? I don't know what it is. Held down with sticky tape. I don't think it's factory. Grab the old scope. Test your equipment. You got a good test. Hey, we got that side. Maybe we just got a blown bomb. Maybe I'm an idiot. Got a good ground. Gosh, what am I doing? Put this hook to the ground, you fool. Alright, now we're hooked to power. Yeah. There's the problem. We got no ground. And I'm willing to bet wherever this little white wire hooks, because it feels like we got a little Scotch block connector under this tape. What it feels like. And we're doing engine diagnostics. We're doing engine swaps, headlight diagnostics, all in one video. Some dirtbag put this vampire connector. Look at this. Now this guy's got no dang headlight because of this stupid thing. Who knows? I don't even know what that thing is. Anybody know what that is? I'll tell you what it's gonna be. And that's gone. You know me and aftermarket wiring. Bingo! Problem solved. Hate aftermarket garbage. This is what happens every time. Probably got the same freaking mess over here. Yep, look at this. Better take a break from that mess. Let's see how we're doing inside here. We warming up at all? We got a couple lights on the dash. ABS and brake, okay. That just means it's a Chevy. And what do we got there for temperature? Yeah, she's on her way warming up. What we got for miles? Yeah, 170. That's where this old girl's at. We just breathed a little breath of new life into her. She sounds pretty dang good, I'll tell you. Give her a couple little woombahs there. Well, it's full. Check our training fluid again. Alright, we're right between the cold and the hot mark. So right dead center, right in the middle of the stick there, where we're at. So we'll leave it at that until we at least get to drive it, warm the tranny up, draw off gears and whatnot. Figure out what's wrong with the headlights, so that was easy. And whatever that thing is, it was on that side, but not, it wasn't one on this side when we had it, unless somebody's already fixed this one. I don't remember seeing one over here. Nope, there's not one over here. But it kind of sucks because now that connector is like that long, we might have to get a headlight connector for in the morning. That's probably what we're going to have to do to, to do it the right way. I don't want to, I'm sure that wire's pus, all the way up to the bulb. Chevy Thunder, baby! This is that connector off the other side that was working. I think it's got so much arcing in it, it actually melted it. You can see that sucker's just like black. That wire just in there just sizzling around. I think I got it fixed. A little crimping, a little heat shrinking. We'll find out. They're all cooled down now. I stripped them back. The wire's not, it ain't perfect. But I was able to strip it back to where it's decent. This one almost ran out. Little crimp and seal with the little 3M connectors there. We got the gooey stuff built right in. There it is. Wow, we could have done a whole separate video on that. Whatever happened to these, Chevrolet? You had a sweet headlight system because it took 2 seconds to change the bulb. The 07 up, hour and a half. Still something wrong with the headlight dimmer switch here. You see how they were flickering off there for this? That's high, low. Yeah. Yeah, now it's like that. There they are. Oh, now they're back. Now, not the headlight switch, fool, the dimmer switch. Just flicking the dimmer switch there. You fiddle with it a little bit. Now, get it just right, they'll flick off on you. That'd be kind of scary driving down the road, huh? Let's see. Looks like we up to temperature yet. Almost. She's almost up there. Feels like the thermostat probably open. Got good heat blowing out there. Wow, I can't believe the gas gauge works. That's pretty good. Don't want to forget that. Alright, let's see what we got. I don't think we can see our transmission lines, can we? Yeah. Oh, there they are. See, they look high and dry. See if our engine here looks high and dry. I'll come out our drain plug. That's a good place to start. Oil filter's dry. The block looks pretty dry. Some kind of critter nest up on that water pump. Southern engine, so I don't know, maybe some kind of southern bug or something, but the block is like so clean, compared to like what we took out. This thing is nice. Well, I'd say it looks pretty darn good. I don't know if that was all for axle seal or something leaking there. Yeah, she looks pretty clean, and the work we did is good. Pushing, we got everything put right back where it belongs. That won't keep flapping in our breeze. Better grab that. So they were in good shape. She brought us some dinner. Big old plate of ribs. Well, that's better than a salad any day, but tried to get a little camera, but she wasn't having no part of the camera tonight. Wasn't feeling good, so we missed Mrs. O. But anyway, like I said, I took it next door to the car wash and, you know, just blasted it off. You know, a couple guys commented on the Pontiac video, you know, wondering why I didn't, you know, like pressure wash it and spray shiny stuff all over it. But that's, I don't know, it's not my MO. I mean, I'll hose them off, get the dirt and crap off there, but I'm not a big fan of the, you know, just douching them down with WD-40 or the, you know, the gunk engine cleaner. Well, they actually have a gunk shine, you know, that citrus-based shiny crap. To me, that always looks like you're hiding something. You know, the dealerships, they do it, you pop the hood and you're like, oh, wow, shiny, here's $30,000. I'd rather just see it how it is. You know, it's clean, you know, cleaned up good. All the dirt's gone, it's not leaking oil, it's not all grimy. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how the job turned out. It seemed to turn out good. I should have had Vanessa help me put the hood on when she was here, but she's kind of a hurried mom. They're just getting back from wherever they were all day. And like I said, she dropped me off some dinner and whatnot. So, you know, tomorrow morning I'll come in and throw the hood on it. It is what it is. I went ahead and double checked the training fluid after running it through the gears and, you know, just pulling over next door to put it in the car wash. And transmission fluid's full, all the other fluids are checked. I think this thing turned out spectacular. I mean, usually these engines, you start them up and, you know, they got that little low end, you know, just knock, you know, tung, 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 tung. But this one sounds pretty good, so I'm happy with that. I think the guy will be happy with it. We don't have much into it. We've got the, I made myself a list so I don't forget to write it up. Training fluid, training lines, oil and filter, a couple belts, a little bit of refrigerant, the engine, antifreeze, and some labor. Other than that, we just used whatever was on the junkyard engine, which was pretty complete. So that's cool. So we got a lot of spare parts. We got lots of, you know, we have the coils and all the sensors and everything there. So that's really cool. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully this is a good truck for them. Looks like it ain't going to be long for the world. As far as the brake, excuse me, that's a little rib burp. As far as the brake lines go, you know, they're going to blow. You know, they're rusty and rotted, but, you know, what are you going to do? The ABS, you know, I don't know if he, gosh, man, I feel like, sorry, excuse me, but, you know, I don't know if he'll fix that. You know, put a fuse in it and see what it is. I'm sure it probably had your typical GM, you know, wheel speed sensor dropout. So, you know, you just kind of go coasting through stop signs or you plow into the car in front of you at the grocery store. But, you know, at least it's not a safety issue according to GM. They say that's not a safety concern, so that's why they don't recall it. But whatever, keeps us going, keeps us busy here in the shop. And speaking of, it's late. I gotta get home. Sheba's ready to go home. I'm full, need a nap. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So thanks for sticking it out through this video. Sorry we don't have plates and all that stuff, so I can't take her for a little toot down the road and take you guys with me. But we've left her running a long time, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. So if you're happy, I'm happy. We're all happy. Check us out on all the social stuff, the Facebook and the Google, and subscribe to our channel here if you haven't done that yet. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.